Hi, I'm Jackie Ostroot, Norwex Independent Sales Consultant, and I am so excited to have this Facebook party here today. I am excited to show you some of the products that have made cleaning in my home so much easier and have created safer havens all across the world. And we do that by removing chemicals from the house. And I'm going to show you how you can get an even better clean, not just as good of a clean, but even a better clean with just a cloth and water. So what I'm going to show you today is the EnviroCloth. We're going to start with that. The EnviroCloth is Norwex's signature cloth, you could say. And what makes Norwex microfiber special is this. Normal microfiber has to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. Norwex microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair. And in this cloth is backcloth technology. What that means is that with that microfiber, inside of that microfiber is silver that runs all the way through. If you were to take this cloth apart, it would span from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. It's 10 million feet of fiber all in this one cloth. What the silver does is it inhibits bacterial growth and mold and mildew odor. What that means is that when you use your cloth and then you wash it out and you hang it up to dry, it's going to self-purify in the amount of time that it takes to dry. And we'll be going over some more of that a little bit later. But what I want to show you with the EnviroCloth is how well it can clean your counters. So I have an example for you. I have this lovely piece of chicken, and then what I also have is a protein test, and this is what health inspectors will use when they go into a restaurant to see if it's clean, if it's sanitary. The reason why they use a protein test is because if they were to test for each individual strand of bacteria, they would have to do a test for each bacteria. This tests for protein because bacteria is going to feed on protein. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to rub it on my surface. Now I'm going to take my EnviroCloth and I'm going to clean that up. This is my dirty surface here. Now I'm going to take my protein test and I'm going to swab the area. Put that in if it does it. So what we're looking for here, green is clean, purple is dirty. So we're going to let this sit for a second, but as you can see, this is green, which means that that surface is clean. Now I'm going to take my cloth. This was the surface that I just used to clean up that chicken, and I'm going to rub it back over the surface. What I'm going to show you here is that this cloth does not cross-contaminate. So I'm going to put this back on my table and check it out. Ooh. If that was dirty, it would have started turning purple right away, but it is still green. Now, to show you that this test is good, I'm going to swab the inside of this bag so that you can see that this is a good test. You can already see that the swab is turning purple. Put it back in there, shake it a little bit, but you can see that this is starting to turn purple. So that is how the EnviroCloth can be used to clean up chicken. And so that's how you can feel safe using this cloth in your home because it is picking up everything off of the surface. Best friend to the EnviroCloth is the window cloth. This is kind of like your polishing agent. This is what you can use to clean your stainless steel appliances, your windows, your mirrors, all sorts of stuff. And so one of the things I'm going to show you today is how you can take the grease or your kids' fingers, or your kids' noses, or your mouth, or the snot, or whatever it is that is going on your windows or your mirrors, toothpaste, etc. But butter is a really great way to demonstrate that. So I'm going to take this butter, and I'm going to smear it on this mirror. Do you want to clean that off with your Windex? Probably not. And I've done it, and this does work way better, just so you know. So I'm going to take my EnviroCloth first, and I'm going to go over my mirror. One thing I forgot to tell you about the EnviroCloth is it actually has 8 usable sides, because if you use it appropriately, you can fold it and fold it again, and then you can flip it over and fold it again. So you've got 8 usable sides. Now that I've used the EnviroCloth, I'm going to use my window cloth, and I'm going to go over and polish it clean. Best thing about this, your kids can do it. You're not using Windex or any harsh chemicals, and so your kids can take a spray bottle and they can go spray a gallon of water on the window, because that's what they do, and then they can go and they can finish it up with the window cloth. Next, I want to show you the Enviro Wand. The Enviro Wand makes dusting in especially awkward places so much easier because it bends. It can bend in any way, shape, or form. Well, let's say it's not a contortionist, so within reason it can bend. But what you can do with this is you can put it up and you can do ceiling fans, you can do antlers, which I'll show you, and you can do high light fixtures. Now, I do want to admit, this light fixture has not been cleaned in 10 years. I'm not kidding on that point. So there might be some residue left over, but I'll show you what to do with that too. So you can take this Enviro Wand up here, and you can go all the way around. It's gonna pick up the cobwebs, it's gonna pick up the dust, it's gonna pick up all that it can. But you know, of course, lights, especially the incandescent light bulbs, can really make things bake on. So I'm gonna do it, just show you a little tip on what you can do to get the stuff that's baked on. What my favorite things to do is to take the Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent and mix a little bit of that in with a spray bottle of water, mix it up, and then you spray that on. It cuts through the grease like a beast, like a gem, like a shoot.
Like an
You decide. Okay, let's move on. So what do you do when you have a bunch of dust in your Enviro Wand? Does this mean that now you have to go and throw it in the wash? Not necessarily. What we have is the rubber brush, and what the rubber brush does is it's going to basically re-energize the static that is picking up all of the stuff in your microfiber. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to rub your rubber brush. If this was full of a bunch of stuff, I would be doing it over the trash can, but for the sake of example, just going to show you here. What this is going to do is it's going to clear out the yucky stuff in there, and it's also going to re-energize your cloth so that it's going to do the job that you want it to do. Let's talk floors. I want to introduce you to the large superior mop system, which is this. Now we're taking the microfiber technology that Norwex has created, and we've got the back lock in this setup as well. So we have a dry pad, we have a wet pad, we have a chenille mop pad, and we also have a tile pad. There are lots of options depending on what kind of flooring you have. But for the vast majority of everybody, the dry mop pad and the wet mop pad are going to be sufficient for your needs. So when you've got this, you can, with the telescopic mop handle, you can twist it and lower it down so your kids can use it. But for you, you want it to be about chin height, shoulder level, and twist it into place. And then you're just going to take your mop and you're going to go in a figure 8 and go through your floors. And when you're done with that, you're just going to push it up. And you don't expect it to get your Cheerios and your big honking things, but it is going to pick up just about everything. And what you're going to find on your mop is it's going to have a bunch of hair on it if you've got pets or anything else. And what you're going to do is you're just going to use the rubber brush as we talked about before. And I'm just going to scrape it off here. Anyway, so then you take that and you can take your mop pad right off. And then we'll put that to the side for just a moment. And then what you can do is you can take your wet Enviro cloth, go down to where your little pile is, and you can use your Enviro cloth to pick up all that you dropped. And then you just take that, shake it in the trash, and you're done. Moving on to the wet mop. The wet mop pad, you take that and you get it wet with water. If you have a dark floor, or if you have a marble floor of some sort, you want to actually start with this dry and just use a spray bottle. Otherwise it might leave streaks. But with this, again, it's got the Velcro bottom. I already got mine wet. And you just take this and you push it down. And you do the same thing. And so you can mop your floors. And then, if you've got any stubborn spots, just put your foot on it and rub it out. And that's what you're going to do. Do you want to clean Lily? Yeah. Okay. I think Lily's going to do a little bit of cleaning. Here you go, Lily. You do it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Did you know that the laundry detergent that you buy from the store has up to 45% of fillers? What are in those fillers? Those fillers are going to be some gluten, which is going to just make it thicker and everything else. And then it's got these chemicals in it that make it sud. So it makes us feel good about it being soapy and sudsy and all of that. And when those two things combine together, you know what they create? Carcinogens! And those carcinogens are then going on your clothes, which are then going on your body and the bodies of your family that you love. Norwex has a solution to that, and they have created the Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent and the liquid laundry detergent. I'm going to show you here the difference between what I would have used of my name brand laundry detergent that I bought at the store and then of my Ultra Power Plus laundry detergent. With your Ultra Power Plus, all you need is 1 teaspoon. So I mixed 1 teaspoon of the Ultra Power Plus in with this water, and then what I would have used of my name brand laundry detergent. This is going to clean your load of laundry spectacularly. I didn't think so in the beginning. I was skeptical, but it won me over when I got it for free as a host reward when I hosted a party. The liquid laundry detergent is new, and it actually has some things in it that make it even better for your clothes, and you can get up to 215 loads of laundry, maybe even more out of this, because all you need is 1 pump. It's a crazy small amount. Then let's look at the Fluff and Tumble dryer balls. When you put your dryer sheets in your laundry, or you're putting the Downy in there, you're still dealing with those fillers, you're dealing with all of that stuff that's getting stuck on your clothes and going on your body. These are 100% New Zealand wool, and what these do, they go in and they will reduce your drying time by 25%. They are going to naturally soften your clothes. They're going to reduce your wrinkles in your clothes, and they have a good chance of reducing the static in your clothes as well. If you like smells, put some essential oils on them, a couple of drops, and you're done, and you're doing this naturally. It's a pretty fabulous thing when you're able to make your family healthier just by changing out some simple things in your home.